Hi everyone. So welcome to today's Chinese New Year cooking demonstration. So I'm Natalie, Dietitian from Singapore Heart Foundation, and today joining with me is none other than Chef Siang. Okay, I think we know him. He's actually the co-founder and culinary director of a famed local restaurant, Three Embers. And some of you may recognize him as well. He's been participating in several prestigious culinary competitions in Singapore. So today we are very honored and privileged to have him here with us to actually share with us two Chinese New Year dishes that he has specially created to share with us today. So Chef will show us how we can actually have a fusion of both making food tasty and yet nutritious. So for the first dish that Chef will be sharing with us today is actually called Gold in Abundance, 年年有余, and also Circle of Prosperity, 富贵满堂. So now I'll actually hand over to Chef to share with us a little more about the dishes. If in between the session you have any questions for Chef, feel free to write it in our chat box and we'll try our best to answer them at the end of the session. So Chef, now handing over to you. Thank you.
Hello everybody. Hello auntie, hello uncle. Those who can see me, give me a wave. Hi. All right, so great. Like I said, today we are actually cooking some Chinese New Year dishes. All right, healthy, nutritional Chinese New Year dishes. Okay, so I will go slow, step by step. Any question, please comment inside the comment box, and then later we will try to answer as much as possible. Okay. All right. Hello, auntie, uncle. 好，我们要开始了哈。So I will primarily speak English. So if you cannot understand, you need to convert into Mandarin. Please let me know. Also, I will try to explain certain things in Mandarin, and certain things in English I cannot explain. I will explain in Mandarin. All right. Okay. So not to bore you any further, we will start the demonstration soon. Okay, so today we have a very nice and interesting Chinese New Year dish that we are going to showcase to everybody. Okay, so what we have here, look at this. This is a nice piece of salmon. All right, look at this. All right, look at this nice piece of salmon. This is available in supermarket, in market. You can get this nice piece of salmon. All right, salmon 啊，过年我们一定要吃这个salmon，为什么呢？因为它红红的。鸿运当头，它又很 healthy. All right, so we have to have this because salmon is very rich in omega-3. All right, omega-3 can help the heart. All right, 所以可以吃多一点点哈，安迪安哥们，好不好？所以我们今天用的就是这个三文鱼，你看它多么漂亮，多么新鲜，颜色很鲜艳。OK, so it's very nice. 等一下我会跟你们讲怎么样煮这个三文鱼 ，so that it's nice and tasty. All right, when you cook salmon fish, a lot of you always comment to me that 哇，很干很柴，为什么会这样？等一下我的煮法的话呢，就可能不会这样干这样柴。Okay, so you will be flaky, you will be soft, and then you'll be nice. All right, so salmon is actually like beef. Okay, there's doneness for salmon. So later on, I will tell you actually how to slowly cook it. If salmon, when you cook salmon, right, you see the white protein come out. That means it's overcooked. So don't overcook the salmon. All right, salmon is a very delicate fish. Actually, fish are very delicate. So always be gentle with the fish when you are cooking it. Okay. So today we have this very nice piece of salmon. Okay. We have hot bean sauce. Hot bean sauce 就是豆瓣酱。Okay, 豆瓣酱会提味 okay, so it's slightly spicy. Okay, so but then if you don't want to use 豆瓣酱 right, maybe because sodium level too high, you can actually use other ingredients like lemon juice, orange juice, fruit juice to make it, or use natural herbs to marinate it to make it tasty. Okay, so if you don't want it to be too high in sodium, okay, let's use some natural herbs. All right, but because today is a CNY dish, I want everything to be ang gong gong, very nice color, so we use a lot of red inside. Okay, then we have capellini. This is pasta. Okay. Pasta, there's so many different kinds. Okay, when you go to the pasta section, you will see spaghetti, linguine, short grain pasta, so many different kinds of pasta. Okay, this is called angel hair pasta. Angel hair pasta is like your 米粉, bihun. Okay, I like the texture because it's thinner. Okay, 它不会这样粗，不会这样硬，不会这样干。Okay, so this is nice. So you have to, it's like bihun, and you can get whole grain pasta in the supermarket also. All right, whole grain pasta in the supermarket. So when you go to the supermarket, you buy this, you buy whole grain pasta. Okay, so this is with a bit of truffle oil. If you don't like truffle oil, you will just have to stir fry it with normal olive oil. Okay, truffle 有些人喜欢，有些人说有那个臭大鸭的味道，不喜欢就不要放。OK， 很简单的。All right, very simple. So without further ado, I will just go through some vegetables, some greens that we are going to use inside also. Broccoli is very good for the heart. All right, because of all the nutrients that they have, is good for the heart. So eat more broccoli if you want. All right, and then we have some pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin 过年不只要红，还要有金瓜，金瓜就有很多金，所以要吃金瓜，懂不懂 ？Then 又甜甜的。OK， 过年要甜甜蜜蜜啊。好 ，So these are all very nutritional and nice dishes that we can use for CNY. All right. So the first dish, more or less the ingredients are covered. We have the vegetables, we have the pasta, and then we have the main ingredient, which is the fish. Okay. So now let's start by learning how to cook this very nice fish. Okay. First, you heat up the pan. Okay. 我们煎鱼的时候我们要怎么煎呢？我们不是先把那个肉放进去煎。煎鱼的时候，我们要煎那个皮先 ，OK， 就是这个皮，这个皮呢可以煎到它脆脆，然后很好吃的 ，OK。我们用的油呢，今天全部都是橄榄油 ，All right. So we go for all the healthier oil, which is like what I'm using here now, olive oil, OK。哇，不懂那个 olive oil 的人会不会找我代言哦 ？OK。So it's nice olive oil Look at this. All right. We can put a bit of olive oil, OK。salmon in itself is actually very fatty. That means there's rich in omega-3, which is good fats. So you all need to use. You need to have more salmon. Okay. The pan is really hot. So I will skin first. Look at this. Skin first. Okay. We put it now. 然后我们这样跟它压一下。OK， 这个鱼很厚哦。你会问我，哇，要煮到多久？那我们就慢慢煮啦。我们有时间嘛，反正在家。早一点准备的话，就早一点煮。你这样压住它的时候，它那个鱼呢就不会弯起来 ，OK， 就不会弯起来。你看，然后你看我这样放起来，它就不会弯。所以平时你放那个鱼下去的时候，它可能会弯起来哦 ，OK。OK， 妹妹你看到吗 ？OK 啊 ，All right。所以你看，我们就慢慢给它这样煎，我们也不用太大的火 ，OK。最好呢是可以用一个平底锅啦 ，OK。The best is we can use a flat non-stick pan like this, OK. And then the skin will be very nice, very crispy. So now they are actually cooking, OK. So we let this cook by itself slowly. If your house there's an oven, if you have an oven, you can actually pan fry this until it's crispy, all right. Bake in the oven until it's cooked, OK. That way also can. 没有 oven 有什么？每个人家里现在都有这个 air fryer 对吗？所以 air fryer 也是 OK 的，只要把那个皮煎到它脆脆，翻过来 ，OK， 放进 air fryer 里面也是可以的。如果不要煎，你讲说，哎呀 ，chef 像这样麻烦，又要煎又要放进去 ，OK， 不要的话就翻过来，皮向上，放一点点调味料，用 air fryer 就 bake 给它熟就好了，就这样简单。要 bake 多久 ？OK， 120度，不要 bake 不要那个 temperature 不要太高，120度就差不多了。120 degrees you can go for about 8 minutes to 10 minutes It's about there, it's about done. Never let the white come out the protein from the salmon come out. Okay, once the protein from the salmon come out that means it's overcooked already. Okay, how long will this big piece of salmon take to cook? Okay, it takes about 10 to 12 minutes. All right, but you have to control it at a slow fire. All right, slow fire. Okay, see now I never touch the skin. All right, later on you will see actually the skin is very crispy and then it's golden brown. It's very nice. Okay, so now actually the heat is also penetrating. You can see from the side, right? The below is actually turning white. Okay, the below part is actually turning white. Slowly it will go up. It will go up. So by the time you go up to around halfway, you know you are already 60 to 70% done. Okay, salmon actually you don't need to eat fully cooked one. Okay， 为什么呢？因为好像吃 sashimi 这样，sashimi 是没有煮熟的，只是你要买的是新鲜的这个三文鱼就没有问题了。OK， So we are actually cooking it at a doneness that is it's like medium well like that. So there's also doneness for salmon fish, OK， OK， 大家有跟到吗 ？OK， 有什么问题记得等一下你要问的话可以才问哦。OK，All right, now is the time we're going to turn the salmon. Look at this. OK， 它上面已经精华的，不会破，你看多么漂亮。OK，very nice. OK，very crispy. So later you can also enjoy the skin. OK, look at this. OK, now you are frying two sides. All right. It's very simple. No need to go for too high heat. OK, then we just place it at one corner. 就跟它放在一边。OK， 好的。So actually we also have pasta for this dish, right? So our pasta 是一个松露的这个面。OK， 这个面呢，其实你就是拿了它。When the pasta come, is dry form. So you have to take hot water and then go and cook this pasta. Okay. This pasta take about maybe 5-6 minutes. Every packet, right? They will give you the cooking time. You can see actually how long to cook the pasta. Okay. So we have some garlic, 就是蒜头，然后 we have some onions. All right. So we just need these two to go and do the stir frying. Okay. Today I prepare some mushroom. Mushroom is good. It has high antioxidant, so it's good to use mushroom to cook this pasta. Okay, the salmon is cooking well 你们看不到我这个三文鱼，可是它在慢慢那边慢慢煮哦，等一下就会很好吃了。All right, so we add in first. 我现在是一锅两炒OK， 一锅两炒所以我一个锅可以两个煮法。All right, my onion I put inside to stir fry. Okay. And then we use some mushroom. Wow. And then we add in some garlic. OK， 看到吗？大蒜加进去，把它炒香。OK， we stir fry our mushroom, our onion。炒这个要炒到它香，就要炒它干，炒到金黄色。OK， 然后我们才加我们的这个面进去里面，翻炒一下，放一点这个松露油，放一点调味就 OK 了，就是这么简单OK。其实你让我们简单就可以煮了一个很漂亮的一道菜出来。你看我这样炒一下，准备一下，我们就可以摆盘了嘞，这样很快这样哦。OK， 我们还有金瓜甜蜜蜜的要吃所以我们加我们的金瓜进去，跟它炒一下也是。OK， 然后我们有我们的这个 broccoli， 很漂亮的这个 broccoli 放进去里面。一样放一点点胡椒粉、调味料 ，OK， 海盐 ，OK， 就是这样简单OK， so we don't want our dishes to have too much sodium. Okay, so we actually use very little seasoning. All right, what we want to do is we want to use as much aromatic as possible. All right, that means our ginger, our garlic to leave the flavor of the dish. 看到我这个三文鱼吗 ？OK， 就是煎到这样 ，OK， 皮已经是脆了。OK， 等一下我跟你说你们看不到 ，OK， 我要拿给你们看，看到吗 ？OK， 你看它的三文鱼就是这样，它的那个白色还没有出来哦，看到吗 ？OK， 它就是这样，你就觉得哎呀，不会熟没啦，安迪熟掉啦，放心嘛，你看它的这个皮金黄色多么漂亮 ，OK，so this is already cooked， 你给它休息一下，不要直接就吃 ，OK？ 我们放在一边，等一下我们切里面来看它是怎么样的，然后你就会知道它是多么的嫩，多么的好吃 ，OK？ OK， 现在我们来炒一下我们的这个菜我们炒给它香。刚才你看我们煎那个鱼它的鱼会出一点油，因为它是is rich in omega 3 so fatty acid， 它会出一点油，那个油你可以拿来炒这个菜 ，OK？ 然后我们加进我们的这个阿摩米粉我叫阿摩米粉OK， 我们的这个 angel hair pasta 放一点点下去 ，OK？ 这样就是一道菜了哦，又有面，又有鱼，又有菜 ，OK？ 也不用再煮别的东西了，就是这样简单。 OK， 我们可以准备一点点水。OK， 炒到它香的时候，可以加一点水下去。一样啊，我们放一点点少许的调味料，然后我们的胡椒粉。然后我们放一点水。OK， 上菜之前我们要加这个松露油。OK 啊，我们这个松露油超级市场买得到啊 ，Cold Storage or supermarket 啊，you will get this truffle oil。But it's optional 啊 ，if you want to put truffle oil, you put. I love this truffle oil, so I put some truffle oil inside 啊。OK， 如果你要煮给年轻人啊，煮给你的孙女吃还是孩子吃的话啊，可能他们就会喜欢这个松露油啦。然后他们就会讲哇，安迪你这样阴啊，妈妈你这么这样阴，你会用松露油啊 ？OK， 说你要用，懂不懂？他们就会每天回来吃饭。OK， 炒的差不多了，就可以上菜了。OK， 那个金瓜要多一下子啊。好。This is done。来，给我收拾一下，我们就可以摆盘。OK， 看到吗 ？So the noodle is ready。我们放一点点这个葱。OK， 哇，你看它颜色多么漂亮。OK， 接下来我们要做什么？我们要做那个酱啊，就是这个豆瓣酱。OK， 我们这边有一点点豆瓣酱，我们放一些这个蒜头去炒一下，然后姜还有大葱炒一下就 OK 了。OK， 小葱头。OK， 炒一下，把那个豆瓣酱加进去，放一点点水。就是那个酱汁了啊，就 OK 了。先把这个炒香先。哇，你们闻不到，其实它是很香的。OK， 那个姜啊、蒜头啊跟葱头掺在一起，它是很香的。When you mix these three items together, shallot, ginger, and garlic, right, it will give a very nice aromatic smell. So you don't have to put so many seasoning, but your food will still taste good. I emphasize again. Okay. So once this is ready, wow, nice smell. Okay. I love the smell of ginger, garlic, and onion. All right. 加一点点这个豆瓣酱。OK。然后我们放一点点水。OK， 这样就搞定了哦。OK， 等一下，它那个喷水这边。OK， 好了。So we can actually do our plating。我们可以摆盘了哦。 来给我收拾一下，我们就可以开始摆盘了。其实摆盘很重要啊，摆盘因为要吃得开心啊，所以要摆出来要漂漂亮亮的。OK， 这是我们的这个，This is our angel hair pasta。OK， 把它卷一卷。OK， 懂吗？我们的 broccoli。金瓜 ，can they see? Okay, good. 就是这样简单的哦。OK。Okay. Lastly, right, we add a little bit of walnut. Okay, this walnut will add crunch and texture, right, to the whole dish. Okay， 加一点这个walnut 啊 ，walnut 华语叫什么？我不懂诶。OK， 加一点点这个豆 ，OK， 看到吗？放一点点我们这个点缀。过年要有花，懂吗？哇，放一点漂漂亮亮的花。做菜要花一点心思哦。现在啊，每个人做菜都会拍照放上网给人家看 ，OK？ 看到吗？我们做的这个酱汁放一点点在这边，也不用太多，因为那个三文鱼也是有味道了，那个面也是有味道了。OK，look at this 啊。OK， 很简单的啊，就是一片三文鱼，你看一点点面。OK， 现在你们发挥一点创意啊。如果这个面呢不要这样的话，可以什么炒米粉也是可以啊。用米粉啊，写菜啊，安迪安哥，米粉不要给米粉买菜，要吃那个鱼最重要，因为那个鱼有很多这个健康的油哦。OK， 三文鱼是很健康的，真的很健康的，看到吗？你看它的花红红的，哇，过年如果人家给你吃这个的话，你会很开心哦。OK。看到吗 ？Very nice, OK, very nicely presented also。看了吃了会很开心。这个啊，哎，去餐馆吃啊，最少30块嘞，这样30块30块 ，OK。All right, OK. Now we are done. It's good to have the second dish. It's called the circle of prosperity. Why circle? Because we are doing scallop. So scallop is like round and then is nice. So we are doing circle of prosperity. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is what we are using here is a very nice Hokkaido scallop. All right, circle, look at this, round. Okay, normally I will take away this muscle. This muscle can actually cook soup lah. Okay, can boil soup, or you can actually put inside soup will be nice because it's sweet lah. Okay, because the texture is not very nice, so we never put into our dishes. Okay, so Hokkaido scallop like this. Okay, cut it into half. All right, thin layer, nice thin layer. Okay, Hokkaido scallop, although it's frozen, but it's actually very fresh. Okay, it's actually very fresh, and then the texture is actually very sweet. It's actually very sweet. Okay, so we buy this scallop. Today the technique I'm using is called aburi. So it's actually using a torch to actually slightly cook the scallop only. So if you don't have a torch at home, right? What can you do? You can actually lightly pan sear on a hot pan. It can also do the job. Okay, slightly pan sear on the hot pan also can do the job. Okay, so today this dish is actually more like an appetizer. Okay, a nice little appetizer that you can cook during CNY. Okay, so I take out the muscle. I slice the fish into, slice the salmon into, the scallop into half. Okay, look at this. Very nice. Okay, scallop. If you buy very white one, may not be as nice. You must buy a bit brown, a bit beige color one. These are all nice scallop because the brown and the beige is the flavor, is the sweetness. Okay, so cut this into half nicely, very easy. Okay, see, we have so many pieces here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is actually we put a little bit of olive oil. So we only use olive oil. So we put a little bit of olive oil here. Okay. Then I'm going to use my torch gun. Okay, so we'll just slightly torch the scallop. Okay, a little bit of char. So the torch will actually give it a char taste. If you go to Japanese restaurant, this technique they always use this technique in Japanese restaurant. Okay, because this is so fresh, right? Same thing, you don't have to cook it too much. Okay, just slightly cook it, lightly torch the side. All right. See, when there's some color, okay, then it will do the job already. All right. No need to touch both sides, just like that. Okay. And then we are more or less done. A little bit of salt, pepper. Okay. A little bit of salt, pepper. Same thing, some sea salt. Okay. Then we are done. All right. Okay, good. So this one we put one side, leave it aside, set it aside. Okay. Next, we are actually doing this very interesting rice. Okay. So this is our brown rice and our plain rice. Okay. So we are actually going to do a chicken flavored chicken flavored rice. Okay. So what we're going to use? We're going to use some garlic, ginger. All right. And then we're going to use our pandan leaf. Okay. Take a bit of pandan leaf. All right. Okay. You're going to heat up the pan. Okay. So for the rice, right, you actually use 20% of glutinous rice, 80% and then you have 40% brown rice, 40% plain rice. All right, to mix and then cook this rice. So we use a little bit of olive oil. Okay. We put in the pandan leaf, our ginger. You can add in some lemongrass, garlic. Okay. And then you stir fry until it's fragrant. Okay. Okay, once you stir fry it nicely, right, you add in your uncooked rice. Okay, those you can pre-soak it if you want. You can pre-soak. Okay, so for brown rice, right, actually you use 1.2 about 1.2 normal is 1 part water, 1 part rice, right? You actually use 1.2 water, and then you use 1.2 part of water to cook the brown rice. Then it will be okay. If you want to use more water, can. If you like it to be texture to be more soft, you can use more water also. But it really depends on yourself. Okay. So if the uncooked rice is add in, now I'm using cooked rice because I have no time to cook the rice today. So I already cook, prepare, and then I bring here. This is I'm just showing you the motion of how you actually do this. And then you add in chicken stock. Okay. Add in chicken stock. Okay. You can smell the chicken rice already. I see the camera lady nodding the head already. Okay, so the chicken rice is there. Put a little bit of seasoning, and then you can put a dash of sesame oil 它会更香。Okay, a dash of sesame oil 会更香。然后你就放进你的这个锅里面。Okay, it can be your rice cooker. Pour inside rice cooker, close, press button, then your chicken rice is already cooked already. All right. Or you can actually take this, put inside steamer also. Look, if you are only one person at home, you can put inside steamer and then just steam it. Okay, now I have a steamer here, so I just steam it. Okay. Next, what we are going to do is our dressing. Okay. Today we have a very interesting dressing, which is a raspberry dressing. Okay. Berries are also very good for the heart. Okay. 你看它这样, you see, it's like one raspberry, okay, like heart shape like that, one heart. So it's good for the heart. You look at the shape, it actually help with the heart also. Okay, so this is very nice. You get this in supermarket also. We choose some very nice raspberry, very plump one. Okay, put it into a mixing bowl. Okay, put it into a mixing bowl. Then we add in our, okay, put in all. Okay. Then we add in a little bit of honey because it's very sour. And then we are actually also adding some raspberry vinegar. So maybe 1 spoon of honey. Okay. 1 spoon of honey. And then we have our raspberry vinegar. Okay. All right. We add in a little bit of water. Okay. So at home, if you have a blender, right? A blender, you blend this. Now I'm using a hand blender. Look at this. Okay, so it becomes very nice emulsified dressing that we're going to use later for our dish. Okay, so we are more or less there. The next one would be this very nice avocado. Okay, avocado is another ingredient that is also very good for our heart. So please, very healthy, very good for the heart. We have to use more of these ingredients. Okay. Okay. So how do we open an avocado? How do we choose avocado? Actually, avocado, you need to choose more brown color one. All right. If it's more brown color, right, actually it's more ripe. Okay. Today one is still not as ripe, but then it will do. Okay. So we use half of this avocado. Same. Avocado also got very rich in oil. So is a very good fruits to use in our food. If you want. All right, very healthy. Okay. All right, we use avocado today. We're going to mix with some Tabasco. All right, to make it very nice and go together with the scallop. Okay, this is a more East Midwest dish because the rice is actually a chicken rice. But then the rest of the ingredients are all Western ingredients. Okay. Okay, we chop the avocado up. Okay, if you buy those softer one, you can actually use the fork to mash it up. Okay, also very nice. Okay, once this is done, put into a small bowl. Okay. Okay, we can add in a bit of cherry tomato or white tomato. Okay. Okay. And then same thing, a little bit of sea salt. A dash of Tabasco. Okay, all these are given in the recipe. The recipe will be given to you guys. A dash of Tabasco. And then some olive oil. All right. And then we can add in some chive if you want. Spring onion also can. Okay, you will increase the flavor because we don't put a lot of seasoning. So we want other fresh herbs and ingredients to increase the flavor. Okay. Okay, so when this is done, this is like a salsa that goes very well with the scallop. Okay. Now we are good to, all right, do some plating. Okay, first I want to mold my sushi rice. So once I'm cooking the rice now, so this is already pre-cooked. So you just get your rice and then you make it into a nice ball. So like last time when you eat chicken rice, used to be in a ball shape, right? You just make it into a nice little ball shape, okay? Because of the glutinous rice, it can actually make it into a nice ball, okay? So you get yourself ready, 2 of these ball. Okay. Okay, we have our dressing. See, even the dressing I choose today is Hong Hong one, because it's Chinese New Year, we want everything to be red. All right. Okay. Then we place our scallop nicely like this. Okay. A little bit of our avocado salsa. Our vine tomato. Okay, we branch a little bit of greens. Okay, greens is also good for our nutrition. Okay, and then we have our 2 very nice chicken rice sushi. Put on our nice little garnish. All the flowers. Actually, now a lot of people grow flowers at home. You can grow edible flowers. All right, if you have time. Okay, look at this. Okay, put a little bit of oil, olive oil, drizzle on top. This one is like a nice salad, very nice, refreshing salad. Okay. All right, and then our greens. Look at these greens. Okay. All right, we are good. Okay. So this meal can actually, you have rice, sushi rice, you can eat it cold, marinated scallop, healthy, and I think it's very appetizing. The color is very beautiful. So this is good for your Chinese New Year dish as well. All right. Simple, not very difficult. You see, 2 dish inside maybe less than 1 hour. You can actually create these 2 dish from scratch. So it's very easy to do and very simple.
Okay, Chef, thanks so much for sharing with us this heart healthy, eating. Heart healthy eating, cooking that actually will really benefit our heart health patients as well. Okay, so I think today's chef has actually shared with us that, during Chinese New Year, some of y'all might be cracking your brains. What should I cook for reunion dinner? And, things like, fish is like a form of auspicious and also prosperity. And I think that's why chef really emphasize on the use of salmon as well. Because why? Because salmon is really rich in omega-3, like what chef has mentioned.
That is very important.
Yes, correct. And it's also really good for heart health. So I think some of our, clients sometimes they say that they don't really like salmon, but there's a lot of other fatty, healthy fishes as well, mackerel.
Mackerel. So if you don't want to use salmon fish, you can actually use batang fish. All right, also easily available in the market. So batang is also quite nice. Although the omega-3 is not as rich, but then it's also good. All right, so you can use mackerel. If you can get herring in a supermarket, okay, herring is also something that's nice. So or the Sabah fish. Sabah fish is also a form of mackerel, so it's also good for this dish also.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, so actually we can use many different fishes, and it's not only limited to salmon today. So you can use mackerel, herrings, and Sabah fish as well. Amazing. So I think you can see as well, chef has actually put in a little bit of nuts as well, like walnuts into the dish. Okay, I think it's to add a bit of crunch and texture.
For texture, yes. Because the salmon is going to be soft, the noodle also soft, so we add a bit of nuts for texture, and more importantly, it's good for the heart. All right, so walnut is also good for the heart, also because of the fatty acid. So it's good. So we always like to add a bit of ingredients that actually help our health, help in our nutrients as well. So anywhere we can actually put in a bit, it will help. All right.
Okay, amazing. Yes. So I think chef definitely emphasizes on the balance of nutrition and also taste that comes along with the walnut. So I think, nuts, we always encourage our heart health patients to have. Basically, I think the ones that you've chosen as well, roasted and unsalted, are the ones we recommend. And also walnuts are really high in the good fats like you mentioned. Okay, and also that has already been proven that one handful a day, about 30 grams, actually helps to lower our cholesterol levels, which helps with cardiovascular risk. So I think there's also a range of nuts that we can actually find out there, like maybe
pine nuts. Pine nuts also good for this dish, and pine nuts is also good for salad. You can actually add in the pine nut in our scallop dish as well. So that will also work well. Okay. So nuts is good inside salad. You can add in some kale. Kale is rich in iron and stuff. So all these are all very healthy and very nutritious, and it can, very importantly, it can be tasty. All right. So that is what we want to bring out. We don't want healthy food to be not tasty. That is very important. Okay. In the first part, we want to be healthy, but we also want it to be very tasty. We don't want it to be very pale in colors, and stuff like that, because food make us happy. All right. So we want to make our food look beautiful, healthy, and nutritional as well.
Yes, amazing. Yeah, so thanks, chef, for sharing with us about how we can actually use different, tips and also ingredients that we can use for this salmon dish. So I think also for the scallop dish, some of our audience actually have some questions. For example, if they don't have like a torch at home, is there maybe other ways that they can cook?
So like I just mentioned just now, if you don't have a torch at home, you can actually pan sear on the hot pan. All right, pan sear lightly. Okay, maybe about 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes, and then you take it out. All right, then it will do the job also. All right. Okay, so it's easy.
A quick and simple
way. No need to put too much oil, just pan sear on a dry pan.
Okay, and usually the duration, like you say, just so quick.
2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes maximum. All right.
Maximum.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I think other than scallop, maybe could we incorporate maybe tofu or maybe
so this can be a vegetarian dish. What I love about this dish is the raspberry dressing. Okay, so the raspberry dressing, first of all, is good and healthy for us. All right, I love the refreshing taste. So the raspberry dressing can also go with tofu. So you actually can slice the silken tofu, put on top, take it as a very healthy salad. And the avocado also goes well with the tofu as well. All right, so if you want to replace the scallop, just use a nice piece of tofu, cut and then place on top, go together with the dressing, and then the whole grain sushi rice. I tell you, you will love it also.
Sounds so amazing. I'm hungry right now. Yes. Okay, so I think Chef has actually shared with us, you can even make this into a vegetarian dish.
Yes.
Like using tofu, okay, which is really rich in plant-based protein as
Yeah.
well, which is something we encourage our health
Soy-based protein.
Yes, to actually have incorporation of fatty fishes, plant-based protein, a lean protein. So I think that is really amazing.
Yeah.
And I think also Chef uses the raspberry kind of dressing as well, I think, and also the avocado puree that he actually shared with us earlier. So we can actually see that a lot of the sauces and seasonings that we use nowadays, we can actually make it from scratch.
Exactly. So it's natural. All right. So you use natural ingredients to make the seasoning. All right. We don't want to use too much of your oyster sauce or your seasoning, which are all processed product. All right. So you make, if you have time at home, you make, and it's easy to make. You just need to roast. For example, you can do a pumpkin puree, you can do a beetroot puree and stuff like that. So all these sauces are all from natural ingredients, and then these help to enhance your dishes.
The flavors.
The flavors, yes.
So we can actually use fresh ingredients from scratch to
Exactly.
create a lot of our sauces and seasonings as well.
Exactly.
And I think today we have actually a question about the salt content and things like that. So I think generally we do encourage our patients to also consume a lower sodium diet.
Yes.
Yeah, I think because sodium.
I think what is very important here is lower sodium.
Yes.
All right, our food cannot be tasteless. Okay, so it is it's okay to eat moderately.
Yes.
All right. So we need some seasoning in our food. Like I said, food make us happy. So our food need to taste good. So without a little bit of seasoning, it would not taste good. So what we are encouraging here is we are using healthier way to season the food. All right. We are teaching different methods to season the food and make sure that we still have healthy and enjoyable food. So a little bit of seasoning, like I said, today we don't use our normal table salt. We use sea salt, which is definitely much healthier than your table salt.
Okay. Yeah. So I think today we have a question that I'll address about the sea salt and the table salt question. So someone asked in terms of sodium content, which is a better choice. So I think for sea salt and also a natural table salt, what is the difference is more on the processing.
Yeah.
So for sea salt, it's more minimally processed. So they might be a little bit of trace in minerals there, but the amount that we use in our daily cooking will not confer any real health benefits. So what we really encourage is still a healthy, balanced diet. So if you want to use sea salt or table salt, something to remember, 1 teaspoon of sea salt and 1 teaspoon of table salt, actually the sodium content is similar.
Yeah, very high.
Correct. So actually, you don't have to choose, it's up to you. Maybe if you want a dish with a bit of coarser texture from the salt, you can choose sea salt, but just remember it's similar sodium content. So the recommendations also is to consume, if possible, less than 1 teaspoon of salt a day. We Chef really shared with us today that we can use a little, and also the aromatics.
Exactly. Using aromatics like ginger, garlic, and shallot to help enhance the taste. So you are actually cutting down on your sodium because you are losing a lot less salt. And this is, you're just talking about salt on this, but then you know that even if you don't use salt, you use oyster sauce, there's so much salt inside oyster sauce. There's so much salt inside your soya sauce, for example. So all these are all sodium content. So we never use anything like that today, just a little bit on sea salt.
Yes, amazing. And also we have a question about the raspberry dressing, because some of them might say, where do we get raspberry vinegar? Any other substitute, Chef?
Okay, so if there's raspberry vinegar, get a red wine vinegar. Also red color because it's Chinese New Year. So red wine vinegar also can work well with a raspberry vinegar. You can get raspberry vinegar in the supermarket nowadays. Supermarket nowadays very atas. So you have a lot of all these premium ingredients available. All right, but if you really cannot get raspberry vinegar, get white wine vinegar, or you can get a red wine vinegar. This will do the job also. All right.
Okay. Amazing. So red wine vinegar, white wine vinegar. How about apple cider vinegar? Is it
apple cider is something that you can use as well because raspberry is fruity. All right. Apple cider is also fruity, so it mixes well together.
Okay, amazing. So there's some suggestions that we can actually use, to have a bit more flavor. Okay, so I think today also Chef has actually showed us that we can use whole grains and a mix of blend with this sushi that we have in front of us.
That's why we come up with this very interesting chicken rice, which is actually mixed with whole grain. So you suddenly get whole grain in your chicken rice. All right. So people go for chicken rice, they want it to be hearty, and nice. But then we also want to improvise a bit. So we add in whole grain into our chicken rice. We still have the flavor, but then it's whole grain. So you eat it healthier.
Yes, amazing. So I think this is something we really encourage our patients as well.
Yes.
Because whole grains have been shown to be really rich in fiber, B vitamins, which really helps to lower cholesterol levels and improve our heart health as well. So why not let us all try to actually have a blend of both whole grains as well?
Exactly.
Yeah,
like what we do today, because I understand a lot of people don't like the texture of whole grain. Why it's grainy, it's dry.
Yes,
不好吃, but then if you start to mix it with a bit of plain rice first, you find that it's not so bad. You start introducing it to yourself, and once you get used to it, then maybe you have whole grain.
Correct.
I tell you my own story. I used to take coffee a lot, all right? So I have kopi. Then when I aged 5 years or 10 years later, I have kopi shotai, so I get more, less sweet. All right. So another 5 years later, now I'm having kopi o kosong. All right. So it works like that. All right. So start changing your diet bit by bit. All right. Get yourself used to less sweet, less salt. Then after that, the whole appetite will change.
Yeah.
By just doing that, I cut down my weight for about 4-5 kg. So that helps a lot. That helps a lot.
Amazing. I think it is such an encouragement to all of our patients that actually, like what Chef said, it's really about the small gradual changes that we do, and we can actually retrain our taste buds as well.
Yes.
Right?
So if you start by going all the way, right? Then you say, oh no, I cannot take this, I can't take this. But you do it gradually, and then it will help a lot. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So start changing your diet, start using more healthier ingredients. It can be easy, it can be simple, and it can help a lot with your health.
Yes,
so,
amazing. Yes. So I think today also Chef used the pasta dish that we have here, the angel pasta. So I think we were thinking, maybe some of our patients actually like whole grain pasta, like whole grain option. Is that okay as well?
Definitely. Whole grain will not affect. Whole grain pasta will not affect too much. Okay. Actually, there's also whole grain bihun available in the market. So if you like, you get a whole grain bihun, and try to have more whole grains in your meals. That will help a lot. So whole grain pasta is available, whole grain bihun is available, and I can rest assure you it will not affect the taste too much.
Okay, amazing. So I think Chef has really shown us that we can use different kind of varieties of whole grain noodles as well for the dish. Thank you so much, Chef.
Welcome. Thank you, everybody. So I wish everybody 过个早年，先跟大家拜个早年，恭喜发财，身体健康。All right. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.